Howdy, Somerville.
Today is Friday, March 17th.
And Wave TV starts now.
Dude.
6 years ago, rapper and singer-songwriter XXXTentacion was murdered in Florida. William Brown tells us more.
On June 18, 2018, 20-year-old rapper XXXTentacion was shot outside Riva Motorsports in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Today, we finally approach the long-awaited verdict of his murder trial. The main suspects include Dedrick Williams, Michael Boatwright, and Trayvon Newsom. Jose Onfroy, known professionally as XXXTentacion, began his short career in 2013 by releasing his music on SoundCloud, combining elements of trap, lo-fi, and grunge, and is considered one of the founding members of the emo rap movement. His debut album 17 is certified double platinum in the US. X released one more studio album, and have 2 posthumous albums. X also released a wide variety of mixtapes, EPs, and singles, some of the most popular being Sad and Moonlight. X was a controversial figure before and after his death due to his wide publicized legal troubles. Throughout the deliberations, multiple videos, pictures, and text messages have been recovered from one of the defendant's phones. Surveillance video showed 2 masked gunmen emerging from the SUV and approaching the driver's side of X's BMW. One of the suspects shoots him repeatedly. The men that would then steal a Louis Vuitton bag containing $50,000 before getting back into the SUV and speeding away. If charged, the defendants could face multiple life sentences. Currently, the jury is not seeking the death penalty. Reporting for Wave TV, I'm William Brown.
Thank you, William. I'm interested to see how the trial proceeds.
The Murdaugh murders were the most interesting mystery to happen here in ages. Maddie Crosby took to the halls to find out how you felt about the case.
Today, I'm taking on the halls of Somerville to see if you think Alex Murdaugh is guilty or not guilty. Dun, dun, dun. Have you watched the Alex Murdaugh trials?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think he's guilty?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch the documentary on Netflix?
No.
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 I watched it. That's the best dang thing I've ever watched. And do you think he's guilty or not guilty?
He real guilty. He's guilty.
He innocent for real.
I ain't gonna lie, he innocent. I
He
feel
was
like
framed before the word.
Word, he was framed for real.
Say like the cartel. I think they was after my homie for like the money and like they was after him. So like
yeah.
Are y'all gonna watch the documentary on Netflix?
probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, and I think it just proves my point. You can't trust gingers at all. Like you just can't. Just look at them. Like you can see like the red in their skin. Like there's stuff going on.
There's nothing behind their
the
eyes.
scenes.
They're
Yeah.
just no guilty.
Yeah. I didn't even need to look at the case. I mean, he's a ginger. He did it.
He's a ginger lawyer. He was guilty before he killed him.
Yeah.
Yes, I think he is very much guilty because there is no way, ain't no way that he done killed them people and then they ain't say nothing. Yes, we will. Just like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, Somerville, you heard it for yourself what these kids think. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Let us know. Reporting for Wave TV, I'm Maddie Crosby.
It's neat to see all the different perspectives on the trial.
If you didn't already know, this month is National Disabilities Awareness Month. Today, Evie Mahaffey recognizes it with some interviews with members of the SHS Special Ed Department.
In Somerville and all over the world, we preach and celebrate our differences with pride. This month, we encourage Somerville to celebrate these differences during National Disabilities Awareness Month. One disability recognized throughout this month is World Down Syndrome Day.
And this is a day to celebrate, appreciate, and promote awareness about Down syndrome. And one of our students, Seth Novak, he has Down syndrome and he is just one of the best people in the world.
Smile, the kind heart, the motivation. He motivates kids. And he's not afraid to be himself.
He's just the amazing friend in the whole wide world.
Although Down syndrome has been acknowledged through films and media, there are still many misconceptions about Down syndrome and other disabilities.
I think there are several qualities, especially his ability to work, his independence.
Well, Seth likes to play basketball and dance, and he just likes to be a goofball and talk about magic.
After high school, he has so many things that he's capable of doing, and I think a lot of people don't see that, but once you get to know him and other people with Down syndrome, people can see that they are so capable of anything. On March 21st, everyone should wear mismatched or different crazy pattern socks just to celebrate and promote World Down Syndrome Day.
See the real truth of what other kids are going through instead of making fun of them. But I don't let that get to me. I am who I am.
Reporting from Wave TV, it's Evie Mahaffey.
I'm glad we're putting more effort into recognizing these things.
Don't forget, the Relay for Life is still going on.
Keep donating to reach our goal of $3,000.
Coming up, Evan Glenn and Trevor Semino give us a scoop on some of the hottest podcasts around.
Hello, Somerville. I'm Evan Glenn.
And I'm Trevor Semino.
And we're here to break down our favorite podcast and some of the most popular podcasts at the moment.
The first podcast I'll be talking about today is Distractable. Hosted by Mark, Bob, and Wade, this podcast covers a variety of topics. My personal favorite episode is Wade's Silly Choices, where Wade takes Mark and Bob through a series of extremely weird and unlikely scenarios as they go way too far in depth about them. Listen in as the three of them talk about many serious and laughable topics.
My favorite podcast at the moment is the New Heights podcast, hosted by Travis and Jason Kelsey. The New Heights podcast takes you on an adventure of two brothers in the NFL and what their journey has been to get to the top and become some of the best in NFL history to play their position. Tune in after every week during the NFL season as they discuss their game and break it down, along with many other topics and some special guests throughout the season.
Crime Junkies is a true crime podcast where Ashley Flowers and Britt talk about different cases, whether solved or unsolved, and many things from motives to mental states of the convicted. One of their most recent episodes, Murdered, Julie Kibuishi and Sam Ayer, goes in depth about a gruesome case about three friends who all seemed so close before one of them turned on the other two. Crime Junkies is a top 5 true crime podcast that I recommend you watch if you have the spare time.
Another podcast I'm hooked on is the Joe Rogan Experience. Joe Rogan's podcast comes out with 2 to 3 episodes weekly and always stars a different guest, which makes the podcast feel very refreshing and not repetitive. The guests brought on are always unique and bring a different dynamic to each episode. The topics covered are always different and have to relate with each episode's guest.
Becoming what's in you.
You can check out some of the most popular podcasts on Spotify and Apple Music, and if you like to watch them, you can even check out the video versions on YouTube.
Reporting for Wave TV, I'm Evan Glenn.
And I'm Trevor Semino.
I'm definitely going to go check these out.
Next up, Stan Stanridge and Rodney Spiger give us some pollen facts.
Ugh, pollen is whack. I hate pollen. But you know, different kinds of pollen usually show up in the spring and continue throughout the fall.
Unfortunately for people with asthma and allergies, pollen season is starting to get longer with each passing year due to human-made climate change, starting 40 days earlier and ending 19 days later than previous centuries.
There's also more pollen being produced annually by 200%. Higher levels of carbon dioxide also aids photosynthesis, making plants produce more pollen. But even though photosynthesis helps plants grow, I still hate pollen.
South Carolina is ranked one of the worst when it comes to pollen. Warmer climates can make allergies worse, as well as mold, dust mites, and pet dander.
You know, you might think that rain helps get rid of pollen, but you'll be wrong. While light rain can help disperse it, heavier rain can break it down, making it even worse.
Pollen allergies can lead to different food allergies. Proteins in fruits and vegetables can make allergies even worse.
Pollen can also cause certain allergy symptoms like coughing, sneezing, itchy and watery eyes, and also depression.
Pollen can only be killed in temperatures from the mid-90s to 100 degrees. Warm and cold fronts can also make pollen worse. Free yourselves from the shackles of pollen, Somerville. I'm Stan Stanridge.
And I'm Rodney Spiker.
Okay.
I'm certainly feeling freed thanks to those tasty little factoids.
Coming in hot, DJ and Haley Holden have a music video all about St. Patrick's Day.
Money, money, money. I love my gold like money, money, money. Yeah, my green like money, money, money. You can't handle this money, money, money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go so bright like a diamond. Don't touch honest. Me or her, we finest. Drip too hard, we look like honest. Put it in the middle, now that's kindness. Take it back, you think we kindness? I am a leprechaun, baby, I'm lying. Sticking and geeking like boys on the island. Come take it back, try it. What could you do for this paper? Can you go add it, that stack it, the queso? Go ahead and give me my money, dinero. I got a partner and her name is Pedro. Whipping his car and we so elastic. Doing a dash and it's fantastic. Pull up a green like Magic Manhattan. You cannot touch this, cover and lavish. Block it, stop it. No luck means just drop it. Cop it, lock it. Look at this ice, we ain't drop it. Money so tall, we can see it from the lands. Rainbow so long, we can see it got plans. Never been shot to be covered with bands. Look at this, Money, money, money. I love my gold like money, money, money. Yeah, my green like money, money, money. You can't handle this money, money, money. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did he just get kidnapped?
He shouldn't have stolen their gold, I guess.
Well, that's all we have for today, folks.
Don't forget to check out our social medias.
Reporting from Wave TV, I'm Evie Mahaffey.
And I'm Solomon Malott.